my car, for my bike, for everything. Just a few more dollars. Some people, it takes them an hour to get to work. Others, 30 seconds. So here we are in the office of dust. What I'm doing is bettling this down with paper. That's wet and rough paper. I just do dry. I couldn't be bothered with wet because, you know, if you have rub throughs and you leave it for a while, might rust, surface rust. It's nothing but 400, or this paper here, 320. I cut a bit off. I'm going to spray at 320. A lot of other people spray at 400, 500. I spray at 320. Bondi Billy, the American guy, watch his tube, mate. Old school. I'm a bit like him, very thorough. But he goes against the grain of the mainstream, selling all these products. He rubs it down at 320. He tells you how to do it. And he does show cars. Show car. Am I going to show it? I'll show it to my wife. That's what I'll do. Because she wants to do circle work, remember? Circle work. That come out of her mouth. I didn't know she was that outrageous sort of person. So it's just sanding all this. I'm waiting for epoxy primer, and then I can epoxy this side. See this? Oh, that wouldn't take long to blow in. Huh? Just making some classic scones. Grab me mix. Big dog it is. So I've got a Thermomix here. A Thermomix in Aussie costs $2,000. I don't know how much it costs these days, but German mixer. It can't cook your scones, but it can do soup. Hooking and cooking. Who would have thought Skippy can do scones? These will rise up. How many is that? 12, and there's a bit of leftover, so here we go. So I do a bit of basing, just grab milk, try not to spill it on the floor. Whoops, skip. At 220 degrees, 15 minutes. Now cleaning up. Feeling good. Tea and scones coming up. Scones. Don't know if they're all the way, but there you go. Alright, I'll just have a look. Been a baker for 150 years now, so you know, I can tell. I'm going to tuck in. So just putting a bit of fiberglass putty. It's not fiberglass resin, it's putty. What it does is have the strings in it, and it's putty, and it fills holes up where you haven't either. It's going hard already. Look at it. Don't give up. Still a bit pliable. Instead of welding things, which you can't weld everything, look at this stuff. It has high strength. The wife asked me to get vegetables. First thing I pick up. There's old swans. Alright, get him up here. They're the same. Just making light work of the putty area. Now this is dolphin glaze. It ends up really glazy, really glassy. Dolphin must have a smooth back for it to slide through the water so fast. Just finishing up this work in here. See there, the dark green is fiberglass. And if you have a look on there, that is dolphin glaze on that side. So I originally wanted to show that lip still and not just fill every groove and smoothen everything off. We're preparing to blow the primer on. Of course it's epoxy. I mixed only a little bit of hardener in with this, and it's taken its time. There's not much hardener in the pack, I'll show you. of the dolphin glaze, it's runny, it's self-leveling, but you can still put it on an angle. You just trowel it in, and then after it stops moving, self-leveling, that means it eliminates all the bubbles, the air bubbles, the little holes, and they only give you a little pack here. That must be adequate for that. You have to gauge it right. So I thought I'll just put a little dob in it this time. If it still hardens at normal, that's the correct measure. No mate, you have to put 2 dobs in it. This is your Mipper body filler. The reason I went for dolphin glaze is a good finisher. This leaves little holes here and there. I decided like I'm going to get dolphin glaze, and that's self-leveling. It doesn't leave holes. It does run a little bit. You can control it, it's not impossible, so it's good to work with. Instead of buying another kilo tub, which I don't really need it on the car because it's almost done, I'll buy that. I'm in the finishing stages. The price, I think this is roughly £18 delivered, 440 mils. That in weight, that's 2 kilos. This is 19 or 20 pounds. That's 2 kilos and that's 440. So it's something to think about. This is finer, so this is more of a finishing product right at the end. This is more the bulk, the rough work. Right, you shouldn't have to use too much on your car. What happens is cars deteriorate. They get knocks and defects. When they build a brand new car, it hasn't been in bingles and parking lots and rust and wear and tear. Brand new, they paint the undercoat on. Probably half an hour later, they're spraying on the top coat. There we are, rubbing the undercoat all our lives. No wonder it's so hard to restore a car. Right, I was thinking about the Yachtmaster, 10.7 that one, 10K7, yeah. But I've decided to go with the Perpetual Oyster Perpetual at 7,995. So I got a bit of change to buy some paint from a car. They're nice watches. That's me. Just been questioned by my wife, believe it or not. Doesn't happen once a day. Does not. Happens 10 times a day. 20 times a day. She just asked me if I had shares in Mipper. Tobin Blue, Miami Blue, High Build, Epoxy, Windiger Filler, Mipper Fiberglass, Mipper Body Filler, Hardener. That's hardener, all those 3 are hardener. Here's the other product that I want to talk about, and this is called a Guide Dust. You have to put the lid on properly, you can lose the whole lot. It's carbon, it gets everywhere. Look at that, black dust. You'll make sure that's on. If you spill it, you can't pick it up. It's like gold dust, mate. And they give you like a pad. You could have waves in your panel and you don't know how flat or little defects. And then what you do is you put it on your panel like this. So it just makes it dark. I can actually put it on here. See there? See how it goes dark? Put it right through there, right on. Where it leaves a black mark, that's your low spot. High spots, you either sand it off or it's too high, you gotta knock it in with a hammer. See? All the black spots that where it's left is your low spot. And I'll do there, but it's a bit rough for that one. Look at that. See? It's a low spot. Yeah, black. So it's like carbon. They're all the little goodies you learn to use. Alright, what we got here to start off with, what does a good skippy kangaroo eat in the UK? Not Marmite, or Promite, Vegemite. See here, there it is, black, and it goes on here, and you have it chunky, right? And that there, how do you like my cheese, right? I think my father reprimanded me once about having my butter shaved like cheese. No, mate. The tradition continues. That is not cheese, that's butter. Look, got to have it like in slabs. Because in there is good fats. How about it, folks? In the last episode I was talking about the equipment is so important to get a quality product. As equal as important is the products you buy, and you've noticed I buy Mipper, U-Pole, Dolphin Glaze, which is guy dust. We're using a few different products, and it's so important to get a quality job done. Those products are so important, the car's going to end up grouse. Thanks for watching the episode. Tune in for the next one.
You don't have to let